Well, hello, viewers. It's so good to have you join us today on this interesting special episode of The Insight, brought to you by Oryx Group Entertainment. And today promises to be a very special edition. Today we have JOEBOY in the studio. He's live here in Qatar. For the very first time he's visiting Qatar, I'm going to be performing live. So join me, viewers, to welcome JOEBOY to Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar for me now. They want me. Clap for me.
Yes. Let's give him a hand of applause. But JOEBOY, it's so good to have you in Doha. Thank you for joining us on today's show. It's something we have wanted to do. And thanks a lot to Vibes Entertainment. They made it possible. They brought JOEBOY to Qatar. You see, these people have always stood there to make sure that they bring premium African entertainment to Qatar. Qatar is a growing market for entertainment. And they are contributing so much to make this happen. So JOEBOY, how's it like being in Qatar?
Oh, it's really nice. It's a really beautiful country. Even in Doha, it's a beautiful city. Like when I woke up this morning, I had to take a picture of the scenery.
Yeah.
Very organized. It almost looks like paradise, you know.
Oh, yeah. That's so sweet to hear that. But did you envisage this before coming to Qatar?
Yeah, I've heard about Qatar, especially from like the World Cup. So So I've heard that it's a very beautiful city. But when I landed, I was actually genuinely blown away. Even the airport is definitely the best airport I've been to. And I've traveled to so many countries, and I was like, wow, yeah. They took it up
to a certain level that you
I
never
respect
expected.
that. Yeah.
So thank you for the honest feedback and remarks about Qatar and Qatar's airport. You know, Qatar, they're very intentional in what they do.
Yeah.
They put in the best, and this is why we're here. This is why we're not leaving.
Definitely.
And this is why we have you
very
here to have
organized.
an experience. Yeah, organization is key, and they put so much in that. And let's just hit it straight. You've been in this industry for a while.
Yeah.
You know, we started from when we heard your premium voice in 2018 when you did Fajr.
Yeah.
All right, with Mr. Easy, and then you went for a bang with when you came with Baby.
Yes, sir.
And one interesting part is it's 5 years down the line since you released Baby, but it's still a hit till date. And I think it has over 150 million streams on views on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, about that amount.
About that, yeah.
And you went on to do Sip Alcohol. That was a bang. That was a bang. And you went on to do Beginning. You can count and can. And one thing I've observed about your music is every time you come out with a bang.
Yes, sir.
But
thank God. Thank God. And big shout out to the audience, the fans too, for actually connecting and relating with the music.
With the music.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to ask is, have you been able to do this to stay on? We've seen so many artists come into the industry. They release 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. They go silent.
Yeah.
But you've been there.
So I'd say personally for me is one of the reasons why thankfully I've been able to still be relevant after like almost 6 years for me is because even before the fame, before money and everything, it was always something that I just enjoyed doing. Like come sunshine, you can ask my guys, you can ask for it. Like even before it made any sense to actually make music, I was just making music because I like making music and I still like making music. And so every other thing is just like a byproduct of that. And also being open to growth, staying consistent and just focusing on my own personal journey, because you know how life can be sometimes. You're always you keep checking left and checking right, you might lose focus.
Yeah.
So I just always stay focused on what I really wanted and just kept going regardless of anything. And thankfully it's been paying off.
Yeah, true. We've seen evidences in so many areas. You seem to be very quiet here.
Well, I'm quiet to a lot of people, but my own personal self, you understand, I'm quiet like. But yeah.
Yeah. For what I've seen, your music, your delivering, there's so much of calmness.
Yeah.
So I know calmness reflects love, relates to love. Yeah. And we know that you have the lover boy syndrome.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So I feel like the answer to the reason why I really gravitated towards the idea of love in general, not just romantic love, self-love, love for your neighbor, platonic love, is because I'm still very confident that the world will be a much more better place if there's actually genuine love.
Genuine love.
Yeah. a lot of things seem to go wrong because everybody's always just, or sometimes people just think from a selfish perspective, or there's really no genuine love, and everybody's just looking out for their own personal interest.
Gains, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, and one thing I always said before I started music officially was that I always wanted to be a source of positive energy. Like, I want people to listen to my music and feel good.
Mm.
Like, regardless, like even a song, Sip, if you check the context, it's a sad song, but people
Yeah.
are dancing, people are moving to it. It's actually a sad song. So I always try to just like pass that energy because it's the gift that God has blessed me with
Yeah.
talent. It's for me to now like use it to a positive angle. And that's why I like to dwell on the idea of love more often time than not. Yeah.
I think there's magic in your song and the way you deliver your songs, because most of your song, I can say 80% of your songs I've heard and I've taken keen note on in terms of listening to the lyrics or reading the lyrics. It's always emotional,
Yeah.
either the sweet love or the bitter love, heartbreak.
Yeah.
But when it gets out there, no matter how emotional it is, no matter how painful the song might interpret, but people cannot help but move to that song, to
Yes. That's
dance to
that's the
that song.
spirit of Afrobeats. You will move. You will
Yes, it's the
move.
spirit of Afrobeat, but I still believe that there's a certain magic you put in your work.
Yeah. I genuinely wish I could explain the magic to be honest, but we thank God for blessing us to be vessels
Uh,
to pass that magic through.
True, true. What do you think? You're talking about Afrobeat. We know Afrobeat has transcended. Afrobeat is all over the world. They've taken over.
Yeah.
It's courtesy of some hard work, intentionality of great artists like you and your colleagues in the industry.
Yeah.
What role do you think you personally have played in promoting this Afrobeat globally?
Okay, so I'd say I'd first like to give a big shout out to the Nigerian diaspora.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
great.
One thing I know we Nigerians love to do is like to support our own people,
Oh,
especially when
yeah.
we're outside. Like if you travel to somewhere, maybe a different country, let's say for example Germany, and you see
Mm,
in Nigeria, there's always that automatic connection.
connection, yeah.
So I'd say diaspora to really help because they kept on like expanding with the music in different countries that were you find in Nigeria and almost everywhere. So that actually, I know we're naturally very, very loud people.
Nigerians are
Yeah,
everywhere. Every
we're
corner
naturally
of
very,
this
very
world
loud
you
people.
go to, you
So
find us there. Mm.
we like to make noise. And I say like the way I've been able to, or the way I've contributed in my own way to the movement of Afrobeat is just really just focusing and expanding on my sound too, and making sure it reaches as many people as possible. So, for
Possible.
example, if I check my analytics and I see that this country is really gravitating towards my music. That's not my home country. Let's say for Kenya, I'll try and do a show there. I'll try and go do media tours just to make people know that okay, this is the person that actually made the song and is trying to connect with people. Because there's one thing for people to like your song, and there's also that real life connection. I think is also there. And one thing we Nigerian artists will go outside. We don't just stay at home and
At
just
home, yeah.
and then wait for everything to happen. We make moves, even when it seems risky. We'll go there. They are feeling us there. Let's just go. Let's see what's going on, and we try and like just have like a foothold in those regions too. And I think everybody doing that in their own little way just really added up to make it become a very, very big movement. And that's why
Mm.
Afrobeat is really, really
I,
doing
I think
amazing.
that's what makes Afrobeat as a Nigerian Afrobeat has become. That's what has made it become so significant in the world, because we are the risk takers.
Hmm.
All right, we don't just relax like you said, stay at home. Oh, we've sang, we've gone to the studio,
Yeah,
it's out
song
there.
big. Like we
It
still want to
it will
go out there.
happen. Just pay money, do publicity, it will happen. But there is so much of intentionality with the Nigerian artist,
Yeah.
and this is why where they are standing. Sorry to say, many other artists or countries are not standing there. It's not because you're not putting in the work. It's not because you're not doing the effort that you need to put in. But I think there's a certain level of intentionality which I've heard people want to learn from Nigeria. But if you, yeah, I believe you know this already. Your popularity in East Africa is massive.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that. Your show today is going to be so shut down with the East Africans. Okay, that's the whole idea of leaving your country, going outside to actually make them feel you,
Yeah.
make them know that you're part of them, you feed them. So your music, it's something that resonates with them easily. So now talking about the resonating of music, I see every song you've written, or majority of the song you've written, it's somehow close to reality or a life story or a
Yeah.
life experience. Are these your personal experiences?
Okay, not necessarily all the time. Sometimes it could be an experience I saw somebody else, I witnessed somebody else going through, and I just like try and express it in a way that it seems like it's me, just to make people more drawn to it. Like I like to sing in first person, like, oh, it's actually happening to me. Yes, there are some songs that's actually about my personal experiences, like songs like Baby, Beginning, but Don't Call Me Back was actually like somebody else's experience. I was just watching somebody talking about their heartbreak and all of that. Just I just like took it in and I just decided to make a song about it. I think that's one of the attributes of a good artist, being able to tell other people's story, like stories like it's yours.
It's yours.
You understand? It makes people connect more. So I'd say is a combination of my experiences and experiences of other people. Yeah.
Let's take a peek on sip alcohol,
Yeah.
which is like the wave at the moment. Yeah. You said it's personal experience. Do you
Yeah.
want to share a bit of that experience? What
Okay.
about
So
it?
so I remember I was in Ghana. I was in Ghana when I recorded Sip, and I was sipping the wine actually. So I was just like, 'cause I like to spend time with myself a lot. It just helps me clear my head and think. So I was just thinking that, oh, why do people actually drink so much? Like people that actually like drink a lot. And then I realized it's because, oh, most of the time they're trying to get away from, or they're trying to get away from a particular reality at that point in time. Maybe there's a way they're feeling that they don't want to feel, and they feel like alcohol is going to help them feel better. I decided to make a song about it because I feel like everybody that loves to drink occasionally is as a result. It's not because the drink is very delicious.
We know it's not. It's
Yeah,
bitter. It's not sweet.
yeah, yeah. It's just the feeling of being carefree that it brings. Just helps you forget your worries for a time. And some people unfortunately get stuck in that loop continuously until they can't get out of it. So I just decided to make a song about that. That, oh, this is why I sip alcohol,
Alcohol.
because I don't want to reason bad things no more. I don't want to go back to where I did before. You understand? So that was like the major inspiration behind that, like why people drink. So it wasn't in any way me encouraging people to drink. I was just like singing from an angle of somebody that loves to sip alcohol,
Okay.
like why I would feel they would sip alcohol so much. Yeah,
It's like an interpretation of
yeah,
what you believe people might go through, or
yeah,
will go through, or are going through.
yeah,
Actually, that makes sense. See, when I asked that, it was very intentional because of the fact that I took time to listen, and I've been listening to your music for years. But just the last few days, I took time to listen in a different level, just because of the fact that I want to hear those words again. And I saw this sense you make out of each song, the creativity that is behind each song. And one unique thing I observed is the fact that most musical artists, when they're shooting their videos, they're very concerned of choreography, concerned about the steps, creating new steps. But yours, you actually write a script, you
yeah,
actually deliver a script outside of the music.
yeah.
All right. Do you think if you were not doing music, you'll be a movie artist? Yeah, an actor.
Well, I got the opportunity to act when I was in primary school. I acted as Joseph. It was like the Bible kind of thing. Yeah,
Bible.
but I acted
Yeah,
as
yeah,
Joseph,
yeah.
like my real name. So it's something I always like loved, but I didn't think I could do it in a very, very professional way until like I say like a year or 2 years ago. So like, okay, since I like doing this, let me try it goes. Some people are like, are you sure you want to try it? But I'm like, what am I going to lose if I actually do? And then I decided to, and it actually made sense, and it even helped me with interpreting the songs on videos more. Cause now,
That's the point, the interpretation.
yeah, cause now like you can actually watch my videos like a movie. Like you see songs like Contour, like Adenuga. There's actually like a precise storyline. Even even if you play the video on mute, you can still understand that there's like a movie,
Yeah.
there's a story behind it. It's not just so. And as you grow, you always want to do more. I think that's the way it should be. You always want to do more. You always want to put more effort into your craft because you've already introduced people to a certain standard that you have to
Maintain it.
maintain or
Go higher.
elevate. Understand? So that's why I tried to infuse acting, and definitely, I wouldn't say if I wasn't making music, I'd be an actor, but I'd say like music exposed me to being an actor.
I think music. Yeah, you said it right. It exposed you, but the fact is, we actually pass well for an actor.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm very, very happy about it. Maybe I'll enter Hollywood one day now.
So the best movie producers in Hollywood, in Nollywood, they should look at. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
call
have
me.
who is supposed to be the best actor actually, because if you watch his movies, sorry, now I'm saying your movies.
You see? You see?
I think your music actually is a movie. If people look deep into it, your music actually is a movie. So it's quite exciting. You know, I watched your introduction of Adenuga.
Yeah.
You did a small playlet, part one, part two, part three, which is more like "It's My Love Not Enough,"
Yeah.
where you had to do so much for is it Belema?
Belema.
Belema made you to go for bank robbery.
Yes, now I have to prove to her that I love that. I love that so much, and I wasn't playing about that.
That's awesome. I think if you've not seen it, you need to go to his YouTube
Go
channel.
check it out.
Go check it out. It's called "Is My Love Not Enough."
Yeah.
It's part one, part two, part three.
Yes.
He included some crazy guys like Brain Jota and Pastor Remote. I don't know how
Yeah.
Pastor Remote was going to get dollars in the bank. I was shocked on seeing that. I was shocked. Actually, thank you so much. Thank you so much, JOEBOY. Just one more question. Yeah. Now we're in Qatar. Okay. Qatar, it's a growing country and a growing industry in different sectors. We have great and upcoming and those who are already established in music in Qatar. So people like Dana Fadan, people like Fahad, people like what's her name, Aisha. You know, these people are doing their best in music. Do you see any future collaboration between the Nigerian artists, let's just say Afrobeat generally, with the Qatari growing music industry?
Definitely something that I see coming, and I feel like I'm calling it actually. I feel like I feel like the North African sound or the Asian, the Arabian sound is about to make a very, very big international move, because I can already feel it coming.
Okay.
And the fact that the sound can transcend to different parts of the world, Asia, even northern Nigeria. Like there are songs that are big in Asia that can also, that I know sonic wise can also be as big in northern Africa or northern Nigeria too. And I see that as, even like I see some artists already experimenting in that sound little by little. So it's like a movement that is growing gradually, and that is also going to lead to definitely features with artists from this region too.
For this region. Yeah, we would actually love to see Qatari artists get to feature Afrobeat or Afrobeat featuring Qatari
Yeah,
artists.
that would be fantastic.
It will be a huge evolution. Yeah. It will be a huge evolution. I heard you went for desert safari today in Qatar.
Yeah. It was scary. It was scary, but I get mine. So
You
I was
get
like,
mine,
nah,
eh?
I was not going to fall. But it was really, really, really fun on the sand dunes and riding them up there. It's really, really nice.
So I know you spoke about Hamad International Airport before. Generally, Qatar is known as the home of hospitality, likewise the Arabia. So from the time you arrived at the airport up to this minute, what do you have to say about the hospitality?
It's been great, like very, very organized, very, very easy. They're very, very easygoing people. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm not stressed. Normally, if I'm always like, because I travel a lot, like it takes me a while to get used to the environment. Actually, I feel good. I'm not stressed at all. I'm having fun. Yeah.
So you would love to stay more days?
I wish I could. I wish I could, but I have another event to attend. But I wish I could. I've been on the road for like the past 1 month now. I've not been home since, so I have to get back home. I haven't sure I have to.
That's so much of dedication there.
Yes,
so much of commitment to the cause. I saw you have a tour in 2025.
Yeah.
I looked at
the world tour.
Yeah, the world tour, and I looked at your destinations, and I didn't see the Middle East there.
And there'll be more added dates now. We're working on it. I don't want to post something that is not originally locked in. But yeah, we're making moves towards that. When it's locked in, will be more additional dates.
So we should be hopeful.
Yeah.
So definitely. Guys, be hopeful. JOEBOY is going to come to the Middle East again pretty soon.
Yeah, and if you have inquiries, you're watching, reach out to my team.
Yeah. If you want it to happen in your city, please reach out to JOEBOY's team and make sure it happens in the Middle East.
Yeah.
It's a growing market. The entertainment industry is growing, so the Middle East has to grow very fast. And your contribution of other senior artists like you will also help us to grow in this industry. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
It's such an honor to have you.
Thank you.
Grace our podcast. But before you go, JOEBOY,
okay.
I know when you started, so many great artists contributed to your growth. Mr. Easy and the other ones, which I don't want to mention. You have to tell us if you want to share. But now there are other artists looking up to you.
Mm.
They are just coming up. So what do you have to say to these artists in order for them to be diligent to their craft, discipline, and everything?
Okay. I'd say one of the first things I say is that if you're trying to like break into an industry one way or the other, know your why, know why you're doing it, know why you're doing it, and just lock in on that. Stay consistent and understand that the easiest way to stand out is to be yourself. If you're not a loud person, you don't have to be a loud person because you want to get across. Because it's going to be hard to keep up with that persona that you've created sometimes. So be yourself, stay consistent, and always be open to growth. And don't be scared of trying new stuff. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it doesn't. When it works very well. You understand? And if it doesn't work, you have another chance to go again. You know, and just as long as you keep moving, and keep growing, and just make sure, lastly, that you're true to yourself 100%. Like you don't have to be or sound like anybody else to get across. Sometimes being you is the only magic that you need. So, yeah.
You've heard from him. You've heard from the best. He's one of the best in the industry. So you've heard from him. So it's very, very important that you do what you need to do. So JOEBOY, thank you very much. We have so much to talk about, but because of time, you need to get set for your show tonight.
Yes.
Your people are waiting for you. Yeah, they are waiting to get the bang, bang, bang from you that you are known for. So thank you so much for sharing that part of you to us in Qatar. And thanks to Vibe Entertainment for this. And we look forward to having you more times again.
Definitely.
Let this not be the last one, please.
It won't be the last one.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
Right,
It's so good having you. So viewers, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been an interesting session with JOEBOY live in Qatar. Please, if you've not followed our new Instagram page, please follow us at The Inside Qatar. We're on that. We're pushing it hard. We need to grow back to how we were before we disappeared. All right. So join us again pretty soon in our next special edition. But before we go, one last thing. JOEBOY, we have one thing we do. When we have guests on our show, we make sure to go with something.
So me?
Yeah, this is for you. This is the cedar tree. It's how would I like to say it? It's a local tree in Qatar.
Okay.
If you look at the likes of Qatar Foundation, this is their logo. So it's an identity of Qatar. So we always like to give it to our guests so that you remember the insight first, also you remember.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's an honor to present this.
Thank you. This is like pure gold, though. Don't play.
Not be pure gold, though. Not be pure gold, though.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you also for joining us on this. Yeah, we really appreciate it. So until next time, please keep following us. Keep your comment on our comment section. Let's interact. Let's engage. Let's make this community grow. This is just the beginning of bigger things to come. So until next time, thank you and take care. My baby. Anytime when you need to come to my side,